It's an opening so cold that Leonard Snart would be proud.
Wow. Hey guys, Lexstyle here.
And I'm Bat Tracy.
For Punk Rock Blues.
Yes. Did you say your name?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
This is DC Theatrical Earth Episode 2, or Year 2. This is the series where we fantasy book our own DC cinematic universe.
That's what we're doing. The rules were...
Yeah. 3 movies in 4 years, 5 phases.
Yes.
4 years is 1 phase.
We did phase 1. Go check that out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, why are you watching this without seeing that?
It was really fun.
It was very fun.
We're continuing. This is year 2 now.
Yeah,
so
of
that's
phase 1.
Yeah. So that's what we will be doing today.
Woohoo! Let's get into it.
Are you doing your...
Oh yeah, I never even did that for the last one though.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, oops. So once again, I'm over here. He's over there. Let's recap mine so far. Year 1, we had Green Arrow. Year 1, we had Batman Gotham Knights, and we had Static Shock.
Which was a real static shocker.
Yeah. So you ready to get into my year 2?
Yeah, could you give me my vapes?
Yeah. Year 2, number 1, is Zatanna, Mistress of Magic.
Wow,
Yeah.
I can't believe I called it.
Yeah, you called it. Wait, you're like, you know nothing about Zatanna. You don't even know his name. Blah, blah, blah. I knew everything about Zatanna. I spent the whole day reading about Zatanna. So boom, for the past 7 years, I took what we did last time where you just, you were in it, you complained about origin stories. So for the past 7 years, Zatanna Zatara and her father Giovanni have been touring the country performing magic. But they don't reveal that they're just magicians, but they're actually homo magi, which is a species.
Yeah, I know.
Before the show, she can't find her dad anywhere, though. Goes to his dressing room, she finds ransom notes everywhere, all of them containing the phrase, "in real time," spelled R-E-E-L.
Yeah.
Okay. More ransom notes started to show up, the news is spreading across the country, because they're kind of famous. They're like, famous magicians. Leads her to Midway City, where she meets Commissioner George Emmett. She reveals to Emmett, like, hey, I'm homo magi, and he's like, hey, listen, magic is nothing, there are crazier things that I know about. All of a sudden...
What does George Emmett know about?
She's working with him. I kind of jump all over the place because live broadcasts of Giovanni being held hostage at gunpoint begin taking over circuits all over the country. While a mysterious man, black outfit, Kalakava, gives a speech about how the world needs more rich entertainment. He dubs himself Film Freak and threatens Zatanna to show up to save her father before it's too late. She shows up, Film Freak becomes the word Finn, and just shoots Giovanni in the head. Just boom, kills the guy.
You went dark.
I went dark. She then begins using psychological torture on Film Freak. She's trying to erase his memory, but her powers backfire, renders him with the ability that he can no longer tell a lie. He's honest. He reveals that his name is Burt Weston. He just starts rumbling about film criticisms, just random films. He's just rumbling about what they did wrong, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Emmett finally shows up with his department. They arrest Weston. They're like, okay, this guy's a fucking nutcase now. You kind of ruined him. Let's go to Arkham. She hosts a public service for her father, and Bruce Wayne shows up and says he needs to get the League together.
Wow.
The post-credits scene, Emmett arrives at the museum and asks for the curator, Mr. Hall.
Which is Hawkman.
Hawkman.
Yeah, okay.
George Emmett in Midway City is Hawkman.
Wow.
Characters Zatanna, George Emmett, Giovanni Zatara, and Film Freak.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I like the plot of this.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to me.
Completely original story that I came up with.
Do you know who Film Freak is?
Yeah. He's a Batman and Catwoman villain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so...
I was going to say, did you Google Zatanna?
Yeah, I do villains, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not really a Zatanna villain, but... So Film Freak's memory was erased by Zatanna because Film Freak found out the identity of Catwoman, and Zatanna wanted to save Catwoman. So that's kind of why Bruce Wayne's in the end. Also, in this storyline where Zatanna came into play, it was retconned that Zatanna grew up with Bruce Wayne. So I'm kind of doing that where they do know each other. That's why Bruce Wayne would be there. Not just, oh, I'm famous, I should go to the service. Yeah. They know each other. Kind of didn't have room to write everything. But yeah, in real time.
I like this one a lot.
Completely
I really like this one. It's a really good plot. I like the title, Mistress of Magic.
So it's Zatanna Zatara, Mistress of Magic. Couldn't fit it in. It was also going to be called Evolution because of the whole
so
Momaji
Zatanna
stuff.
Zatara is the full.
I think so. I don't know. I kind of like just Zatanna, Mistress of Magic, but I liked the alliteration of the two. Zatanna Zatara, Mistress of Magic.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a nickname at first. I just kind of came up with it. Thought it worked.
I really like that. This is a good one.
Good.
I like
Thank
this. I like it a lot.
I finally got a female lead too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, I'll end this one, and then so we're getting into my year 2 film one. Just to recap, I had The Batman, Wonder Woman, and Arrow and Canary.
Okay, we're ready for me.
So, my first film of year 2 is Superman, Up, Up, and Away.
Wow.
Originally just titled Superman, but I switched it because it's loosely based on the storyline Up, Up, and Away by Jeff Johns and Kurt Busiek.
Okay.
So Clark Kent has just graduated from high school, living on the farm with his parents, Jonathan and Martha Kent. Soon after, he moves to Metropolis, where he gets a job at the Daily Planet as a reporter, meeting cameraman Jimmy Olsen, reporter Lois Lane, and editor-in-chief, it's supposed to say, but it's not enough room. After a chemical experiment at LexCorp, 2 employees get turned into metahumans, Parasite and Livewire. Do you know them?
Yeah.
Livewire was created for Superman the Animated Series. Yeah. Lex Luthor tries to cover it up by having them killed, but it doesn't work. They escape, and they start terrorizing Metropolis because their powers are new, and they're like, what the frick?
Yeah.
Right? Clark becomes Superman for the first time. Stop putting an end to their crimes. He stops them. Okay?
Cool.
So then, Lex Luthor becomes enraged by Superman, and he develops kryptonite from the asteroids of Krypton. While developing said kryptonite, the kryptonite explodes, causing Dr. K. Russell Abernathy to become a living kryptonite man, which Luthor then siphons Abernathy's kryptonite, like, because he's fueled by it. He, like, siphons his body and creates Metallo, and then he sends both out into Metropolis to kill Superman before Superman, becomes a menace, but then Superman's able to stop them.
Oh, so it doesn't end with him dying.
No.
Because you don't have anything after to kill Superman once and for all.
No, because I could just explain it.
Okay.
Also, then the end credits is the Phantom Zone is traveling through space, crashing into the moon.
Okay.
It's PG-13 rating.
Yeah.
The characters, of course.
Pete Ross dies.
Oh, Pete
somewhere?
Ross. Yes.
Okay.
Pete Ross, sorry. He's not in here because there was not enough room. He's friends with Clark Kent in Smallville, obviously, and so he'd be at like the beginning of the movie. But then during the Metallo fight, Pete Ross would be coming to Metropolis to visit Clark, and he would get killed in the fight. Okay. Yeah.
Motivation.
Superman doesn't find out till later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it just kind of happens.
It just kind of happens. I don't like Pete Ross, and I just wanted to kill him off.
Noticed.
Pete Ross will be black, because that was a great thing I liked in Smallville.
I just noticed that we're not obviously casting, and this casting would be the worst decision ever. But that Superman pick looks a lot like Charlie Sheen.
It does.
It's everywhere. There's a lot of. You went straight in for the Superman goofy villains. You went straight in. You got Parasite, Livewire, you got Metallo, you got Kryptonite Man. You just instantly have just everyone. You just are throwing in the goof.
It's Superman. He can dispatch of anybody in minutes. You know?
It's just interesting for an origin story to just be like, oh, here's the Superman. Like Metropolis is like, oh, cool, Superman. And then 4 of the most powerful villains pop up, and they're like, holy shit, the town's done.
And Lex Luthor is just like,
yeah,
go.
Lex Luthor is like the coach of the Little League baseball teams. He was doing it for like 14 years, and he's just like, oh, okay, who's next up to bat? Okay, get out there, guys. 4 of us can't go at once, Mr. Luthor. Yeah, here, I'll go.
I chose a different origin story for Metallo's where he's created by Luthor instead of he's a person/android or whatever. Yeah. So
I also like Kryptonite Man because of his name.
Yeah, and he's from the storyline Up and Away. Yeah. That's where he got debuted, so... What do you think of the title?
It's a little cheesy, but the fact that it's made...
The movie's cheesy.
Yeah.
I leaned into it.
Yeah, the fact that it is named after the storyline makes it better, because if there wasn't a storyline called that, and you just literally released a movie called...
It was originally called Superman, because there's not a movie called Superman, so that was the original title.
Okay. I guess we'll get into mine. Okay, so we're now on to my year 2. Obviously, we already did movie 1, but movie number 2... It's Cyborg. Just call it Cyborg. I was gonna call it Man versus Machine or Machine versus Machine. It was really stupid. I was also gonna name it after War of the Machines.
The name Cyborg is almost kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Look at the spelling.
Yeah. It's just a weird name.
Yeah.
I remember when DC announced that they were gonna make a Cyborg movie as part of the DCEU, and I was just like, weird. Yeah. So weird.
So Cyborg, it was actually originally R because there was some dark stuff ahead, but it wasn't consistent. So
yeah, I feel like an R rating for Cyborg would be weird.
Oh, there's some crazy stuff though. So don't read ahead. So Vic Stone, so he's 16 years old. 3 months ago, he had an accident that turned him into Cyborg. We don't cover it. He's already Cyborg.
Yeah, okay.
And he's finally kind of controlling it. He understands what his dad has made him to be. Ron Evers, his best friend, who got him into crime before his accident and everything.
Got him into crime?
Yeah, like, he was hard into crime because, like, Vic was, like, against his parents because his dad was always researching shit. Yeah, it's part of his backstory.
Okay.
Anyways, he's, like, kind of jealous of Vic. He's like, oh, you know, Vic's a cyborg now. And he could do all these things for, you know, to help crime and blah, 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 crime, you know. Oh, but he isn't going to. He's just like, no, I'm just a cyborg now. It's cool. He's like, I deserve to be cyborg, not Vic, because Vic's not using it responsibly. Even though Vic is using it responsibly. I mean, he's the one that's like, you know what, I'm just going to embrace new life. Whereas Ron's just like, I'm a bad guy, crime, and let's blow shit up. Vic's a dick, right? So he's cyborg, he starts to fight crime in his town. First encounter is with a man named Gizmo.
In his town? Did you write that?
No, but he's just...
Oh, I was going to say, what town?
I don't even know what his town is.
I don't either.
I forgot to ever research it. Gizmo...
That's why I was going to ask.
He's a man of short stature, has the ability to turn any household object into a weapon.
I know Gizmo.
Yeah. Starts robbing banks before being thwarted by Vic kind of easily because he's a short guy and Vic is just like, boom, right?
Yeah.
He gets sent to a maximum security prison where...
Isn't he part of the Fearsome Five or something like that?
I don't know. I did a different take on him. Ron breaks him out of the maximum security prison that he was placed in. He's like, preaches like, I deserve to be cyborg, not the guy that beat you. Let's do this together. Not knowing of Ron's intentions, Vic shows up to Vic has Ron over, and he's like, hey man, you need to get clean, you need to get sober. I can still help you. Ron tells him that's no longer a possibility for him. He leaves Vic's place, but he left a disguised bomb that Gizmo made for him, detonating the bomb, killing Vic. Gizmo's design for a new body for Ron is complete. The operation is successful. They start running rampant on the town, and they show up to the state championship football game, which Vic was originally supposed to play in before his incident, and it's like kind of dedicated in his honor now a little bit. So anyways, things take a crazy turn. Gizmo and Ron just start shooting up the school. All the players, everyone in the crowd, they're just killing all the kids.
This would definitely be R-rated.
Well, then it's R. I don't know. Got crazy, that's why it was R. Anyways, Vic shows back up in a new form. His dad found him in the garage and was like, oh shit, you know, builds a better cyborg. Makes the very quick work of Gizmo. Because, again, Gizmo's just this short guy that you can just boom. He offers one more time. He's like, Ron, you need to stop this. Like, yeah, you just slaughtered a lot, but you can still get clean. You don't need to rely on Cyborg and everything. Ron says it's too late, and he self-destructs himself, blowing up kind of the football field, you know.
Wait, so is Ron the cyborg, too?
Yeah, they're both cyborgs.
Okay, because when you were explaining earlier, you said he killed Vic again.
Yeah. He blew up Vic, and then he took over. He got a new body.
So Ron has...
Yeah, there's pretty much just two cyborgs. But it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Okay. When I looked up the picture of Ron Evers, the picture of two cyborgs punching each other came up. That's my story. You know, the cyborg's like laying in the field in agony. His former best friend's dead. His school's dead. You know, crazy shit's going on. Months go by. Vic and his dad keep working to tweak his design, make him stronger. Oliver Queen shows up to get him to join the Justice League. End credits scene, a man is sitting in his office reading the newspaper dealing time the school shooting explains that someone needs to fix the country, moving the paper down, revealed in a bald head.
Lex Luthor.
Maybe. Could be Hawkman. Cyborg, Ron Evers, Gizmo, and Silas Stone are all in the movie. It's hard to write Cyborg.
I can imagine. I wouldn't know what to do. That's why I'm not giving
Year
him a
2 was a lot
movie.
of just me throwing ideas out. Zatanna was originally my idea. Cyborg was just, here's some shit I want to
I'm not
happen.
giving Cyborg a solo movie. I'll say that right now.
What do you think, though?
I like this. It's original.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be super inclined to see it.
Yeah.
But that's mostly, it's a Cyborg movie.
Yeah.
Also, the school shooting would make this a hard R. if it didn't get cut. I wouldn't say I hate it.
No, I think
it's just it's Cyborg.
Knowing what I've written, it's my worst. Like personally,
I think if you were a studio exec, this would be a big swing. Yeah. Big swing. Ray Fisher.
Yeah.
Back to me. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna be moving on to my second movie of year 2. Sorry. It's The Flash. Whoa. I had to go with The Flash. I mean, I wanted to get it out early. Oops, sorry, hit the camera. It's been 2 years since Barry Allen's lab accident that turned him into the super speedster The Flash, obviously. Yeah. Barry has been dating Iris West for a bit over 6 months now and is about to meet her family for the first time. So while he's at the West residence, the trickster is causing mayhem in Central City. He's causing Barry to run back and forth, between Iris and her family and trickster.
That's a fun gag.
It'd be a fun gag, right? After subduing the trickster, Barry bonds with Iris' nephew Wally over science. Barry agrees to bring Wally to his lab, where the same freak accident happens to Wally, causing him to gain the same speed that Barry does, but Barry refuses to train him.
Got it.
Wally is instead secretly trained by Barry's past mentor, Jay Garrick. Okay. When Captain Cold, Weather Wizard, and Mirror Master team up to take over Central City, the Flash must rely on the newly powered Kid Flash to help save the day and stop the rogues.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a superhero movie. Of course that's why I leave off. Okay. Then the post-credits is the camera is traveling through the Speed Force when it stops shooting a lightning bolt through a window, hitting Wally West. Then it zooms out and it's revealed that Zoom is the person who caused the lightning bolt to hit Wally West, giving him his speed.
Got it.
PG-13 and the characters. Some of these names, I was like...
I knew all but Sam Scudder.
I
didn't know Mark
James
Martin.
Montgomery Jesse is...
I knew that.
Yeah.
You got all the Flashes, a lot of them right off the bat.
Well, Jay Garrick doesn't have speed.
Oh. How does he train him? Is he the track coach back in high school?
How does a boxing coach train a boxer? They're always fat, short guys. Slow old man.
I like it. This is obviously the comedic one.
Yeah, it'd be more...
I really like that bit.
Yeah.
And it works for Trickster. Does Trickster come back? Oh, he subdues Trickster, and then is he part of this rogues battle at the end?
No, that's just those three.
Those three. He's very buff in that photo.
Yeah.
He's very big. Yeah, I like it. I think it'd be really funny.
Thank you.
I like it. What am I? And my third movie of year 2 is Superman, Last Son of Krypton.
Oh, we used the same photo.
Used the same picture. The first one I used I really liked, but it got cut off, and so I didn't like it. With the recent rise of heroes in the country, Clark Kent decides he should finally start using his superpowers for good. He returns to the Fortress of Solitude for the first time in 6 years to relearn his father's most important lessons. That's the whole thing.
He returns to the Fortress of Solitude, but he doesn't have the Fortress of Solitude before he's Superman?
He did.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Lex Luthor started a resentful campaign for the mayor of Metropolis. Everyone hates Lex Luthor. Clark returns...
That's so funny. Okay.
Clark returns to see the horrible effects Lex's campaign has had on the town. This was slightly inspired because we just watched Joker. Just how the town's going to shit.
Yeah.
Clark starts going by the alias. Superman starts fighting crime in an effort to clean up the city that Lex is slowly destroying. He starts by fighting Baron Sunday, who's a voodoo master who, according to the Daily Planet, could be the only man who could stop Superman. I abbreviated Supes.
I like how they know that when the Superman's like, I'm going to decide to become a superhero. And they're like, this could be the only guy who could destroy Superman.
It's the best way to type it down. Yeah. He loses a lot to Baron Sunday. He has like 3 or 4 losses to the guy.
Heard of the guy.
He's the only kind of normal villain that Superman has.
Okay.
So he's like...
What about Toyman?
Toyman kept coming up, but I'm not doing fucking Toyman. So he loses his edge a couple times.
Toyman would be you as a villain.
Superman finally gets the upper hand and takes him down. Okay. Right? Lex then, he's like, I gotta defeat Superman. Now, Lex is not publicly a villain. He's just unliked.
He's the mayor.
Yeah. He's not mayor. He's running for mayor.
Okay, yeah.
So he builds a giant suit.
A resentful campaign.
I just didn't know what word
full of resentment.
I didn't know what word to use. So he's not a villain. He's not public as a villain,
Yeah.
So he's building this suit. He's still gonna be just a guy. And he deems to be no match for Supes, while also coming into a small quantity of kryptonite. Because early in the movie, Clark actually has a one-on-one with Lex as a reporter. I had to cut it from the description, but he's like, your campaign tactics are so evil. He's like, listen, I can get whatever I want, and I can do whatever I want. I'm winning the election, right? Supes easily defeats Lex on election day. He's like, done. Anyways, Lex pulls out the kryptonite, and is like waving it in front of his face or whatever. He's not like really, he's beating him with it, like kind of has it in his glove.
Superman Returns.
Yeah. Lex holds like Superman's back of his hair up, and he's watching like, you know, Metropolis is New York City, so it's got big screens everywhere. As the election results come in, that Lex Luthor has won the election. Superman,
so he's mayor.
Yeah, so he's mayor. Superman has failed his battle. Lex is about to take the shard of kryptonite, stab Superman in the heart as his goggles or visor, whatever is on Lex Luthor's suit, starts getting glared like crazy. He's like, what is it fucking doing? Well, it's not the kryptonite. He turns right, and a green fist just fucking knocks Lex Luthor. The whole suit breaks. He flies. He does like a comedic fly.
Yeah.
You know when people get knocked out of their suits? He flies across the road. Green Lantern touches down, finally hates Superman, but Lex has gotten away because Green Lantern got destroyed or confused or whatever. Green Lantern tells about what the Green Lantern Corps is. He's the protector of Earth, whatever, and he knows about the JLA. And he's like, they're foreman, they need us. The end credit scene is Lex in his office trying to gather more. He's like on the phone, and you can overhear the soft sound of a coin drop against a desk.
Coin drop. Is it Two-Face again?
Yeah, it's just Two-Face again.
Is it?
Yeah. So obviously we got Superman, Lex Luthor, and Baron Sunday.
You don't have Lois Lane on.
Well, she's like at the Daily Planet stuff, but I was only writing people that the crux of the plot's about. Like he's just, I didn't want to do a whole like Lois is so
characters is I envision would be every character.
I know, but I don't have room. My slides are.
There's so much room here.
Well, stop. Anyways, yeah, it's mainly the crux. I didn't want to do the whole Lois Clark. Blah, 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 blah. That'll come. You know, I just want Charlie Sheen.
Last Son of Krypton.
Last Son of Krypton. Yeah, it was going to be called Son of Krypton. I was like, is that a title? I want Last Son of Krypton, which is a story about the whole Lex Luthor thing. So I'll fucking tack it on there. I'd like to review it now. So
I like this. This is I didn't know who Baron Sunday is, so that's fun. The Lex story, so silly, and I love it. I love that you're finally committing to Lex in a power suit, which has never happened in a movie.
I love the fun. Now, everyone knows.
Is it going to be purple and green?
Yeah, no, it's totally going to be purple and green. Yeah. And I don't know, I've probably talked about it on the channel, but
I love your description of he holds him up, and it's like Lex Luthor, new mayor, and he's like, you've been defeated, Superman.
You know what I mean? Where he's just like,
he's like, it's all come to this, Superman.
Yeah. He's just told him all. I think it's no secret that Lex Luthor is like my favorite superhero villain of all time.
Yeah.
Or comic book villain of all time. I'm obviously Lex style because of Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
I got a lot of plans with Lex Luthor. Obviously, he's in Cyborg. He's still in the end credits.
And he's mayor now.
He's mayor now.
Not president. Not governor. Just mayor.
It's a big city, though.
That's so funny.
More people know about like Rudy Giuliani than the actual governor of New York at the time.
I just need you to know.
Yeah.
I wrote my Phase 1 movie, the full plots already, okay? So if anything similar to this happens, I already wrote it,
If you have a scene where Lex Luthor holds Superman, no, that's my scene.
So that was your third?
Yeah, that was my third.
Okay.
Baron Sunday.
Alright, we'll go to my
voodoo
third.
guy. He is also going to be played. I don't know what he looks like. Didn't Google a picture of him.
Oh, you didn't?
I read the description when he'll work.
Oh, did you look him up?
Yeah, I'll look him up real quick. Where's my phone? Hold on a second. Don't change anything.
We could just look him up on the computer so it's on screen.
Yeah, I'll do that. Hold on. I tripped over a chair. Hold on, I'll do it. It's not crazy. I was like, should I do Metallo? Nah, I won't do Metallo. Should I do Kryptonite Man? These are all characters that shouldn't be involved right away. And then you did it.
Okay.
So, he's even in Lois and Clark.
So he's definitely a normal.
Yeah. Well, here's this. So maybe we could do like a cool little vision scene of that at some point. Anyways, he's obviously going to be played by Voodoo Chicken Man from Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
I had that idea before I knew that he was black. Yeah, it's Voodoo.
So if he would have been white, you would have.
I would have done Voodoo Chicken Man. There's no way that. Yeah, I included him to blow that guy up. Don't know his name. Yeah. I've seen two things with him, or you've seen two things with him.
I've seen multiple things with him.
Yeah. Baron Sunday.
Nice.
Maybe he could come back.
Yeah.
He could get his own movie.
Alright, so we're going into my third movie in year 2. And then. The Green Lantern Corps. You guessed all three of mine.
Yeah.
You literally were like, I don't know, Superman, Flash, Green Lantern. Yeah. I was like, whoa. So, yeah, I have the Green Lantern Corps.
You fucking guessed Zatanna.
Yeah. The Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
Okay? So, Abin Sur and Tomar Ray They crash land on Earth in a spaceship, dying in the crash. With their last breaths, they send out their rings to new heroes. Hal Jordan, he's a hotshot new pilot of Ferris Air, where he's dating the boss's daughter, Carol Ferris. Jon Stewart is an architect, starting his job at a brand new firm.
That's what he did?
Yeah, he's an architect. Both are brought to the planet Oa, where they're trained as intergalactic police with the Green Lantern Corps by Kilowog and Sinestro. Okay. After a training mission where they are sent to dispatch Goldface.
John Krasinski?
Sure. Hal and John are then sent out to deal with Dr. Polaris and Black Hand, who've been teaming up to try and resurrect dead lanterns to use against the Corps to destroy the Guardians of the Universe. Nice. The end credits is Hal Jordan meets the Flash for the first time when he chases the top to Coast City. Obviously, I got...
Put it in the top?
The
so
top,
that's probably... Yeah. That's a lengthier end credit scene then, probably. You kind of see Green Lantern top go at it, and then they're...
Well, it's just the Flash chases the top to Coast City and catches him.
The Flash is chasing the top. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I got Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart right off the bat. And then Keith Kenyon is Goldface. Okay. Just some of the names. I thought William Hand is Black Hand. Roscoe Dillon is the top.
I like this a lot. I love Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I like how... A big chunk of the movie is, I assume, the train and stuff.
Yeah, because I wanted to do Green Lantern movie, but good.
Yeah.
And I went right off the bat.
I was surprised how Origin you went, too.
2.
Yeah. And then, like, you kind of just get these, like, scattered villains at the end for a big climax. I like it.
Well, I figured the Goldface would be, like, the second act of the movie. Okay. And then, like, the third act would be them dealing with...
Yeah. The aftermath.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's maybe my favorite of year 2.
Of year two? Oh, my year 2?
Yeah, maybe.
Nice.
I mean, we have to do our year 2 reviews.
Yes.
But, so I won't say much more. But I do like it. Like I said, I like the train aspect. Didn't know Jon Stewart was an architect, or maybe I did.
There's different rules for the Green Lanterns, where, like, Hal Jordan, he's a simpler man, so he uses a lot of, like, baseball bats or, like, catching gloves or whatever.
Oh.
Jon Stewart is an architect, so his constructs are more like bridges or like stuff with like columns and stuff. Guy Gardner, I don't remember what his is, but then Kyle Rayner was an artist, like a draw. He was a drawer, and so there was a mandate that he could never use the same construct more than once. So every time he would create something, it'd be different. And then there's 2 new Green Lanterns currently. They're Green Lanterns.
Technically, there's thousands.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Jessica Cruz and some other guy.
There's also Jade.
Alan Scott's weakness was wood.
I don't think Jade exists anymore, though, because Jade was Alan...
Which is weird, since he's gay.
That's what I mean. I think Alan Scott's daughter was Jade, but I don't think Jade exists anymore since he's gay.
Yeah.
So, let's go into our year 2 review. It's we review each other's year 2. Even though you did it, so you have to do it. Okay.
We're back!
This is our year review.
Yeah,
our year review. Where we rate each other's year.
Your year 2 is baffling to me. I don't know. It's really hard to get a sense of where your universe is going for me, because it's like you start off with Green Arrow and Batman, 2 heroes who are very similar, I guess. Then Static Shock, which is just crazy. Then from Static Shock you go to Zatanna, and then Cyborg. 2 more that are just like Zatanna really interests me because I'm like, I don't know much about her. I'd go see it.
I did a lot of research in my own story.
Cyborg, I'm just like...
Yeah.
I wouldn't go see a Cyborg movie.
I have plans with Cyborg that I think are going to...
I want to go see that. Yeah. But then Superman, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I don't know who that character is, so that would be cool.
You don't know who that character is? Oh, Baron Sunday?
Yeah.
Superman.
No, I don't know who Baron Sunday is.
Since I don't know how clear it was.
No.
I want it like this. Like, he's just like, look, Superman. Well, look at it. I got your little colleague. Look at it.
The greatest defeat of your young career. I'm the mayor now.
I'm the mayor now.
He's in his power suit.
Yeah, I'm the mayor now. I don't know, I just think it'd be a cool scene.
That's when he could get punched.
Yeah. That's when he does get punched.
He goes, I'm the mayor now. And they punch him.
I am unstoppable. Flower. No. And that perfectly segues me into reviewing your year. You definitely have a comedic effort in this one.
Yeah.
Flash and Green Lantern. I feel like the whole boss's daughter thing is going to be kind of funny.
Well, I mean, that's
what it is, but I just feel like it could be funny, like, dating the boss's daughter, Ashton Kutcher, that's how I'm going to go with it. And obviously, Green Lantern Corps.
Originally, it was going to be called The Green Lantern.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I'll just put Jon Stewart right up at it.
I like it. It's interesting to do, to name it that, because I was going to do Green Lantern Corps as kind of like a team movie.
Yeah.
There's more of them involved, but I really like all of it. The Flash is a good plot. Superman's a good plot. Goofy as it is. Year 2's goofy.
So goofy.
You got a goofy year.
I leaned into the goofiness and Boy Scoutiness of Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, you kick off that year, and you're just like, okay, we just watched these 3 films. It's like February, March, whatever month it would be. And let's go to the theater, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Superman.
Yeah, up and away. It's a goof of a... goof of a thing.
Got a bunch of villains.
Yeah, crazy villains. All the people that I read, they're. I was like, I don't want to do that. It's too weird for the first effort. You just fucking. It was like you were like listening to me in the wall click, and you're like, I know that if you scroll that many times down that page, it gets to Kryptonite Man. And he's not doing it. I'll do it.
I just read Up and Away.
Oh, okay.
Like literally maybe 2 weeks ago.
Got it.
So that's why I was like, I'm gonna use that character.
Yeah, my DCEU or DCTE. It's an effort to outsource to characters I don't know and you don't know. Like I said, Zatanna's just a character. I'm like, I got the rights.
Yeah.
Let's make something interesting. And my main thing, I was actually...
You're basically doing what the normal DC universe, where they're just like, yeah, we'll do this kind of movie. Birds of Prey? Sure, throw it out there.
I was gonna go with Stargirl.
Wow, that would have been crazy.
And then I was like, I really like Zatanna. Let's make this little story. Obviously, he was completely original. Film freak. Who the fuck? I like the concept of the guy.
Yeah, what does he look like?
A normal white guy.
So he doesn't have a costume or anything?
The costume I get... He has imagine Zorro, but without the mask, kind of. Like, he has just kind of that black outfit.
Okay.
But he has, like, a very normal white guy face. Obviously, like I said, I'm trying to go for villains that kind of get crazier, even though it's going to be too much. Film freak, it was just like, we're bookend films.
I'm leaning into the comic book universe. Right. Yeah. I've already done Polka Dot Man.
Yeah. I was going to do Calendar Man and Condiment Can. I was going to do some crazy shit, too. I did Onomatopoeia.
Yeah, which that baffles me as a first year.
It was an homage.
Also, I kind of side with Kevin Smith, where I don't think Onomatopoeia would be a good visual. Yeah.
Well, no, it's just a quick thing. Like I said, it was just to homage to Kevin Smith.
Because he shoots a gun and goes bam.
Yeah. And then it was just a nod to the '60s too.
When people used to shoot guns and go bam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just the bam pow. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, year 2 though, back into it. Like I said, I just Zatanna's interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of Wonder Woman.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
She's just female Superman.
Yeah, and I don't like that. So I wanted to try to just like I said, Stargirl. Like I wanted to try to throw in similar women.
Also, she was created because of bondage. Did you know that?
Yeah, I wanted to throw in some crazier women. So I went with Zatanna. I enjoyed.
And you went with a powerhouse.
What?
Zatanna. She's very powerful.
Yeah. Her dad dies.
Yeah.
How'd you like...
You basically did Hit Girl.
Yeah, kind of. How'd you like Finn?
That's good.
How'd you like... You walk into a room, a guy's holding a gun to your dad, just goes Finn and shoots a gun.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I have one movie in year 3.
Yeah.
The plot is gonna shock you.
Is it the same?
No. It's just...
year 3. I said in my 3.
No,
I thought you were going to comment.
Very out there.
I don't know if we did this last time, but maybe a little thing we could add at the end here of the year in review is keeping the main crux of the plot the same. What's one thing that you would change in each movie? Sit down, open the air.
Okay, I'd make that R-rated.
Okay.
Because I like weird magic stuff.
Okay.
In Cyborg...
I wouldn't make it.
I guess, honestly.
That's your one change to make it better, not made.
Yeah, because that character just doesn't interest me at all. To me, he's one of the least interesting Teen Titans.
The reason I started him off is you remember when I got my Cyborg action figure, I dove really hard into the character, so I was like, let's try to throw back to that. I started a universe.
And then, so then the Superman one, I really like that.
Baron Sunday.
If I had to change one thing, I don't know. Because the Lex Luthor thing is so good. Your greatest defeat ever. I am unstoppable.
What's like
He's the fucking mayor. He still has to answer to like senators and.
It's just because it's Metropolis only.
It's so funny.
I'll change it.
No. Do not change it. Don't change it.
There was a line that it's his quick dive into the political career.
And that just shows how egotistical he is. Where he won mayorship and he's like, yes, I am unstoppable. top of all. I don't know what I'd change about that. I don't think I'd
very
change
cheesy.
it. Yeah, he's super cheesy.
I have big plans for Lex Luthor, though.
That's why I don't like the Man of Steel movies so much, because they try to make him so serious.
Can I say
cheesy?
Can I say that
He's a big old goof.
my Superman movie
Yeah.
was gonna be called Last Son of Krypton?
Oh, just that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or Son of Krypton, then was the last. Well, you still haven't. What's the one thing you changed? You still haven't picked. You really like it.
I'd add one more minor villain.
Yeah. It's very hard to pick a minor Superman villain that you don't. Well, I didn't want to be crazy with it.
Toyman.
Well, Toyman, I was gonna. You know who I almost put in? Huh? Just because as I was reading characters of Superman villains, I don't know his last name. I think his first name is Gene, but it was Richard Pryor character. I was like, I fucking put this guy in.
I almost called my Superman movie The Man of Steel.
Okay.
Because I wanted to base it on John Byrne's Man of Steel miniseries from the 80s. But then I was like, I don't want to have Batman cross over that early, because then it'd be Batman movie and then he'd be in the Superman movie. So I was like, I won't do that.
Whereas I put two of my year one people in.
Well, I mean, I had Flash basically back-to-back movies.
I don't know if I mentioned it, but Static Shock is not lead into Justice League. I don't know if I mentioned that last time.
Oh.
He's on his own little...
Well, because he's in Dakota.
He's
in just a real...
state, but maybe probably a city somewhere, but... No, it's just, he's a kid.
Yeah.
You know, Cyborg leads to something because he's Cyborg and he's very powerful. Static Shock... The movie ends with a ride into the sunset.
What does it matter if Vic Stone dies in a mission? He's already dead.
Yeah. Static Shock, you know, the movie literally ends with a ride into the sunset.
So honestly, if you never made another Static Shock outside of Phase 1, or Year 1, or Phase 1, whatever.
I mean, I'm including him, and I have...
I'm just saying,
a sequel.
If with an ending like that, if you were to never make another,
like, oh, that's a really good film.
They just made a Static Shock movie for some reason. Right at the beginning of they started the universe of the movie. They're never continuing.
Incredible Hulk.
You got me there.
Yeah.
There's some plot points of that pick up with Avengers, but
a little bit. I like
basically like the Incredible Hulk. It ends with him running into the jungle, and then the Avengers starts with her picking him up in the jungle.
Yeah.
What'd you think of our years? What would you go see in theaters? I feel like I win this one.
You think so? Yours was very good, but also I was crazy.
Just because of your Cyborg one.
Yeah. I just wanted to do Cyborg.
I just don't like Cyborg, I think. He's one character where I'm like, I want to include him on Justice League, but I'm like, I don't want to give him a movie.
I did the thing that I don't like, also, because I hate that characters over time get new suits all the time in movies, and I was like, I need something for Cyborg here.
I like how you did the like Sony superhero route of who's the villain? Oh, just a guy with the same powers, different suit.
Literally, that was just his first villain. I was reading into it. It's literally
it's just another cyborg.
Should I pull up the picture of the guy? I want to show you the picture.
Just another cyborg.
So like I saw that, and I was like, that's what I'll do. I'll just have him be like, I want to be Cyborg. And then they fight.
He's literally just, I want to be Cyborg. No, I'm Cyborg.
It's Rock'em Sock'em Robots. That was my inspiration, this picture.
You just want, just have another Cyborg. Yeah. I think that's insane that they just, this is a story in comic books. So, just have a second one. Same accident or whatever. Just do it again.
You could just put this picture, because they can probably still hear us, put this picture just on screen as we talk about it.
Okay.
Stay tuned for year 3 of Phase 1.
Yeah, my year 3 is crazy.
My year 3 is...
It's gonna shock you. My Cyborg debut is gonna shock you.
Yeah? I got some Cyborg plans I think you're really going to love, actually.
Wow.
This is the outro. It's the part where we do the outro. Like this video and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. It really helps the channel out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos and hit that notification bell so you get us all the time.
I'm Bat Tracy. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Stardust at BatTracy01.
I've been Lex Todd. You can follow me on Instagram at StraightAtheistTurk and on Twitter at IdiotDoll.
Follow the channel as a collective on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Punk Rock Blues.
And you can pledge to our Patreon at patreon.com/punkrockblues. That's the end. Year 3 coming soon. Next week, I imagine these are weekly, just out here.
I was going to do two a week.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. So it would be next week.
Yeah. Sometime next week.
Sometime next week.
Bye!